It is always the job of elected officials to spend the public's money wisely, and in tough economic times, this charge is all the more important. The City of Crossville recently invested in a biodiesel program that combines penny pinching with sustainability.
I heard Governor Bredesen speak in 2006 or 2007 about becoming a city by example, or leadership by example. We had a multitude of projects that we wanted to look at. We came up with 92 different projects over 42 pages, and we decided to choose 20 of them. And one of the 20 projects that we chose was this biodiesel project.
In Crossville, we're a small city compared to Nashville, Knoxville, and Chattanooga, but in our city we have 143 vehicles, and our budget last year for gasoline was $291,000. So if I could take that $291,000 and show the public where I've saved $50,000, it certainly covered the cost of the machines and what we have spent on promotion.
What we first had to do was convince the public that we needed to save dollars on our energy costs, and we needed to become less dependent on foreign oil. Then they started asking the good questions. Well, what's going to be the cost of this biodiesel fuel? And I said, well, somewhere between 90 cents and $1. And then they put the 90 cents to the dollar up against $2, $3, or $4 for diesel costs, and all kinds of bells and whistles went off.
And like I say, it's a new concept, but if we could just get enough biodiesel fuel to run our lawnmowers, we got about 6 or 8 lawnmowers cutting grass all the time, you'd save a lot of money, and that's our goal, trying to save them money. And I appreciate very much the county working with us, because they have allowed us to use their recycling center. And it's a very busy place. You go over there and people pulling in and out all day long.
We've had recycling here since 1994. We've really got some good community involvement in recycling. And the most recent addition is the addition of biodiesel tank, which is a joint cooperative effort between the Cumming County and the City of Crossville. The only oil that we can use in it is cooking oil. We've got another tank here at recycling and at our other convenience centers around the county for motor oil. But this tank is just for the cooking oil, which would include vegetable oils that you'd use just in your regular cooking operations at home, and then also for the peanut oil that people use for the turkey fryers. Motor oil will contaminate it where it'll make it unusable for the biodiesel process. This tank, and converting it into biodiesel, is a lot more environmentally friendly way to dispose of your used cooking oil than pouring it out on the ground or trying to dispose of it in some other way. And just realize that when you're bringing the cooking oil in here, that it's going to be converted into biodiesel, and the city will be able to use that then in the operation of the lawn mowing equipment that they use over the whole city of Crossville here. And right now, they're running a little promotion on it. If you bring in some cooking oil, you get a little promotional coupon from Mayfield's for some free ice cream. And so we're looking forward to seeing lots of people here. The biodiesel recycling has just been, the tank's just been here a couple of days, and we're looking for lots of people to come in.
Right here we have one of the buckets that the City of Crossville is willing to provide to business owners to put their used oil in. They're free of charge to any business owners or anybody that would like to have one to contribute oil to the city. The city doesn't charge anything, and we'll pick these up at the business owner's convenience free of charge. All the oil that we collect comes here to the City of Crossville Public Works Department Maintenance Division. Collected from the public and local vendors and local small mom and pop restaurants, we bring it and put it in these totes. And the reason we do that is so that it has time to set and separate, and we've got 3 different ones in 3 different stages. In this tote here, which is the one we're going to be pulling off of to create biodiesel, you can see in a close-up where you've got water, animal fat, and then raw oil. And after this stage, we'll pump this oil into our distiller where the biodiesel is created. When we take the oil from the containers, it's pumped into these vats on our distiller, where it's heated up to certain degrees, and we have to do a chemical analysis on the oil to figure out how much chemicals to add to the oil to break it down to create biodiesel. And after we've figured out how much sodium hydroxide and methanol to add with the raw oil, we'll inject it into this tank. And after a process of about 6 hours, the oil will separate, whereas we'll take the usable fuel, the biodiesel if you will, that can be used in any diesel engine, we'll move it to this tank here. Whereas after it's moved to this tank, it can be run through a final filter system, and from the final filter, it can be put into your equipment, into a holding tank, or wherever you need to store it or wherever you need to use it. There's also a series of processes where you get to recover about half of your methanol so you can reuse it in another process. And the only waste or byproduct that we're going to get off the raw oil is a substance called glycerin. Glycerin can be used in soap, cleaning products, or many other various things. After our process is complete, you're going to end up with approximately 50 gallons of biodiesel or usable fuel, as compared to the 55 gallons of raw oil used to produce that. The end result, what we're talking about here today, is an amazing process, a very interesting process, a very simple process, to where we're going to take a used cooking oil, which has been a waste product for years, turn it into another waste product of glycerin, which can be used to make soap, toothpaste, cleaning products, all other applications, and come out with a biodiesel which can be used to run your mower, your diesel engine, your equipment, anything that you can use conventional petroleum diesel for, you can use biodiesel.
It's down to the bucks. We're charged with responsibility when you run government to try to do it as economically as possible.
And some of the programs that we're going to touch may create energy use of nearly 50,000 gallons of diesel a year.
And then it would be a service to the public to be able to have a place to deposit that used cooking oil.
And the more oil we get in, the more that we will use. There's 347 cities in the state of Tennessee, and we're one of the smaller cities that are doing this.
We certainly welcome other cities to come in and visit with us and let us show them what we've done and been successful to do.
They're going to let me be the guinea pig, and then they'll be on board a little bit later.